Ever pondered the true essence of stillness and its profound impact on our life? Join us as Sadhguru unravels the mysteries of silence and movement. Is shutting one's mouth enough in the pursuit of inner peace? Or is there more to the journey towards stillness? Discover the transformative nature of meditation and the timeless wisdom it holds. Are you ready to unlock the secret of stillness within? Stay tuned with us till the end as we delve into the art of being still.
That which is still is for always. Meditation is essentially to move towards that stillness.
If you want to enjoy stillness, you must be super alert.
Just shut up.
Just a piece of life that you are.
Because shutting your mouth is only half the job.
Stillness should not be misunderstood for laziness, sleepiness, or nearly dead kind of situation. Why one human being perceives, grasps more life than the other?
So the process of what you call as spiritual is not a psychological process. Your memory has nothing to do with it. It's a life process, it's an existential process. This can only happen if you allow yourself to be just a piece of life that you are. To do this, we do many things here and you might have seen people in the ashram walking around with those orange tags. You've seen the silence tags people are wearing. Just shut up. Because shutting your mouth is only half the job. To become silent is possible only when you do not think much of yourself. If you think something about yourself, if you think, I'm smart, how can you shut up? You tell me. If you think, I'm smart, how can you shut up? If you realize that you're actually stupid, you don't know anything in this existence, then, isn't it? Then you can simply look at life with great sense of wonder, without a thought appearing in your mind. If you think you are smart about everything, you got explanations and calculations and nonsense going on in your head. If you see one thing, 1,000 thoughts will go off, isn't it? You're not sitting here in the satsang totally silent. You're agreeing with me, disagreeing with me, making comments within yourself, making comments about the clothes that somebody is wearing next to you, appreciating it, depreciating it. Everything is happening. Am I wrong? Because the moment you think there is some value to what you think, then you can't stop it. No way to stop it. It'll just go on and on and on. When you see there is absolutely no life value to your thought process, it is just memory recycling itself. It is just the same old nonsense recycling itself. But if you're excited, if you're enamored by this recycle, if you think it's great, you cannot stop it. If you see the patterns of what it is, if you see the stupidity of what it is, then slowly you will distance yourself and it'll collapse. Because without attention, it cannot go on.
All that moves will anyway be brought to a stop. But that which is still is for always. No moment in the existence is perpetual. Certain things may be on for a long time, but never perpetual. All that moves is bound to exhaust itself. But that which is still is for always. What's being propagated or what's being termed as meditation is essentially to move towards that stillness, to become like the core of existence. It is not that you have to strive to become like that. If you learn to penetrate, it is like that. It is not something that you do because doing is moment. It is something that you fall back into because it's from that stillness that moment has originated. It is from that stillness that the surface is movement. On the surface there are many kinds of actions, many kinds of colors, many kinds of reverberance. Not against it. All that you call as life, all that you generally know as life, is the surface reverberance. But once you have the taste of stillness, if you wish, you can play the surface, otherwise you can just fall back. If you do not know the core, if you have never tasted the still core, forever it's in some kind of compulsive movement. Believe me. It doesn't matter how exciting you find life right now, one day you will tire. I hope that you don't fall off life because you're tired. You fall off life because you're ripe. A fruit should fall off the tree because it's ripe, not because it's tired. Because with ripeness comes sweetness. With ripeness comes maturity. With ripeness comes new possibility. If you're tired and fall off, that's not the right way to fall off from life. So meditation is not an option. Meditation is not a fanciful endeavor in one's life. If you do not know how to be still, you can only be ill. There is no other way. You may have different names for your illness. Do you know, in 17th century, it was fashionable in England to have tuberculosis. Similarly, there are many other ailments today which are fashionable. Doesn't matter how much pain and suffering it causes, but still it's fashionable. But that doesn't make it right. The choice is only this. Either you learn to be still, or you will be in some form of illness. A man is ill only because he does not know how to be still. If he knew how to be still, even if the body is rotting, he will not be ill. So this is not a fanciful option that one takes. If one looks at life and life process closely enough, diving deeper into it is a natural process. Touching the core of it is the success. If failure is the ideal of life, if failure is fashion, better not walk the ramp, it's not worth it. Because everything, just everything, even a little ant is trying to be successful in his life. His understanding of success. There is no human being who is looking for failure. One is successful only when he finds full expression to all that he is. And that will never ever happen without one becoming meditative. When I say meditative, I'm not necessarily talking about an organized, instructed meditation process, but one has to become meditative, otherwise he will never know the nature of his existence. If you do not even know the nature of who you are, finding full expression to that is just out of question.
When you become super alert and become still, possibilities open up. Why one human being perceives and grasps more life than the other? Why what one person can perceive effortlessly, another spends a lifetime not able to perceive the same? It all depends on how still you are. That means how clutter-free you are, how clutter-free you are, both ways. If there is no clutter and no clutter in your mind, you're still, your perception is very heightened. But stillness should not be misunderstood for laziness, sleepiness, or nearly dead kind of situation. Stillness should arise of intense levels of alertness and awareness. When this happens, the human perception opens up in ways that you have never thought possible. Like as it is said in the yogic culture, a man is ill only because he does not know how to be still. Just try this every day. Very alert and still. Try to sit like that or stand like that or any posture, doesn't matter, but sitting is best. Just still. Even your eyeballs should not move. Like that, just being still. Start with 3 minutes, but very alert and still. Slowly increase this time. It will do wonders to you, not only in terms of perception, in terms of physiological and psychological balance and well-being also, you will find immense benefits. Stillness is the core of existence. Now you know the very core of who you are.
The concept of being stillness and silence being eternal or for always stems from the idea that what is truly constant and unchanging in the universe is the state of stillness. In the process of becoming silent and embracing stillness, one transcends the transient nature of movement and noise. In the realm of spirituality, the significance of stillness and silence lies in their ability to connect individuals with their innermost being beyond the destruction of the external world. By cultivating a state of stillness, one can access a profound sense of peace, clarity, and presence. This depth allows for introspection, self awareness, and a deeper understanding of the self and the universe. On the spiritual path, stillness and silence serves as a gateway to a higher consciousness and spiritual awakening. They enable individuals to quiet the mind, dissolve egoic patterns, and help into a higher wisdom that transcends the limitations of the physical realm. Through practices such as meditation, contemplation, and mindfulness, individuals can cultivate a sense of inner stillness that aligns them with the eternal essence of existence. Ultimately, their journey towards stillness and silence on the spiritual path leads to a profound realization of the interconnectedness of all beings and the eternal nature of the soul. By embracing stillness and silence, individual can experience a sense of oneness with the universe and tap into the infinite wellspring of peace and wisdom that resides within. As we conclude this enlightening exploration into the realm of stillness and movement, Sadhguru's insight has provided us with profound wisdom to contemplate. The nature of stillness, as he has shared, is not just a mere absence of movement, but a getaway to a profound, timeless experience. In the midst of our chaotic life, Sadhguru reminds us that all that is motion will eventually find is stillness, but that which is inherently still is eternal. The concept of meditation, he says, is a profound tool to guide towards this deep well of inner serenity. It is a reminder that in the midst of life, hustle and bustle, we can always access the sanctuary of stillness within ourselves. Sadhguru's word illuminated the fact that our relentlessness often stems from our inability to embrace this tranquility. He empathizes that being ill is not just about physical ailment, it's often a manifestation of the turmoil within our mind. The journey towards well being involves learning to embrace the art of being still. Yet Sadhguru aptly points out that stillness does not come from the silencing our external chatter. It is a call to delve into the depth of our own consciousness and transcend the never-ending loop of thoughts that often trapped us. The process of becoming silent goes beyond closing our mouth. It is about silencing the ceaseless chatter of our minds. As we reflect on the teachings shared in this video, let us remember that the path to inner silence and clarity is not just about theoretical concept, but a tangible journey we can embark upon. Let this insight guide us as we navigate the turbulence of life, seeking refuge in the stillness that resides within us all. Thank you for joining us on this enlightening exploration. If you found value in Sadhguru's teachings, we invite you to continue exploring our channel for more transformative insight and wisdom. Remember to subscribe to stay connected and receive notification about our latest offerings. Until we meet again, may you find the courage to awaken your inner silence and embrace clarity amidst the chaos of life. Namaskaram.